Three, two, one. I love it. He helped me do the countdown and everything.
Yes, I did.
Welcome back to Lady on the Street podcast. We are here for another episode, and I am very, very, once again, excited. I'm always excited, but this time, I'm even more excited because this is a guy. This is a man who I have known all my life. So when I say he's always been the life of the party, I totally mean it. Put him in a room full of strangers and he'll find a way to make them all laugh. He's creative at heart, caring in real life, and a little catty on his socials, but he always has a good story to tell and an even greater comeback. To the outside world, he's Richard, but to me, he's my Theo Ricky. And whether he's playing therapist while doing my hair, or getting creative with a new wreath, or even just making a new one-of-a-kind Fiesta hat, one thing is for sure, it's always going to be unique and it will come with a story. Theo Ricky, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, sweetheart. You never said anything about making me cry on camera. That was so sweet. No, thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Yes, I'm so excited about this.
And I know this is kind of, you invited me, but I want to say that I am very proud of you. From the little shy girl to who you are now, it's incredible. And it warms my heart to see you and with your success and how everything's going. And I wish nothing but the best for you. And I'm going to be honest, when I first saw this, in my mind, I'd be like, I'm going to wait for that call. She better. She better. I want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, well, here you are.
Yeah, here I am. So no, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I just did it right now. I promised her I would not refer to her as Mija. But you got, like she said, I'm her uncle. I'm very proud. And love and best wishes.
I love that. And it's okay. I am Mija.
I've been calling you that since you were little.
Right. Before we get started, I have already a story. So I had somebody come by my work, right? Mm-hmm. They were coming by to do a job shadow. And she said, well, what do I tell them? Do I ask them about, like, I'm here for Pre? And I said, Arissa, nobody knows me as Pre, my childhood nickname, right? So I said, please do not call me Pre at work. It's Priscilla. And she went, I wasn't there, but she ended up throwing it out there that my nickname's Pre. So now at work, people are like, hey, Pre.
Which is what I tried to do for a long time. You know that I would be like, oh, Priscilla.
Yeah.
Oh, my niece, Priscilla. I had to pause because my niece Pre, and they're like, who's that? I'm like, never mind, So I get it. You guys refer to these as Theo Ricky.
Ricky. Mm-hmm.
People were like, who's Ricky? I'm like, that's me, Theo Ricky.
Yeah.
But I wear that with honor. So yeah.
No, so I'm like, okay, it's fine. But
Yes.
Okay, so what are we drinking? And tell me, why are we drinking this?
Because she asked, Uncle Rick, what drink do you prefer? And to me, a margarita screams Fiesta. She said the topic was Fiesta, so why not do it with a margarita?
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. My niece makes a very, very delicious margarita, and it does scream Fiesta for sure.
It's a mean margarita. I feel like this is the third episode where people have wanted margaritas, and I'm just getting better as they come.
No, it's delicious. I like it.
Okay. One of these, and like, I'm a lightweight. I'm already like, ooh, afterwards.
I'll probably do another after this one.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I talked about a little bit Fiesta, and we're going to get into everything, but I'm going to start it off with Fiesta, right? Mm-hmm. When I think of you, I think of Mr. Fiesta, and I feel like you literally are the unofficial Fiesta King.
You're not the first to tell me that. Mm-hmm. People have asked me. People have suggested it. I just be me, and whatever comes about, people, hey, you're the guy on TV, or hey, I saw your commercial, or whatever. But I'm just me. Yeah. So thank you.
I love it.
I'll take it.
I love it. So OG Fiesta King right here. We've talked about this before, but since you're on the pod, I'm going to ask you. So hats, Fiesta hats, like outrageous, crazy, fun. They are the thing, right? They're the thing right now. Everybody does them, but you brought a third guest along because...
Yes, I did.
What should we call him?
That's my official Fiesta hat that got everything started for me, started getting me recognized. People asking me to make them Fiesta hats, but this is the one, honestly, I think it's like 34 years old.
Yes.
And every year I add Now it's kind of where I have to add lightweight stuff, not so heavy, but as long as I put something new in it, I'm content.
It is so heavy. I'm gonna name him Marco for
There
today.
we go.
So Marco is wearing my Theo Ricky's beloved Fiesta hat, and you said so. What did you start off with on it?
When I started with my Fiesta hat, oh my God, Priscilla, this is years ago. My partner and I, Kenny, we had just started dating. So this was maybe 32 years ago. We've been together 33 years. So the second year I surprised him. Richard, you're going to wear that? It was your basic straw sombrero. In my mind, I'm going to jazz it up. So I put peppers, jalapenos, the red chili peppers. So of course now he's like, really, Richard, you're going to wear that? I'm like, yeah, yes, I am. So you know me, I'm not the type. I want to have fun. I'm going to be me regardless. So we go to Fiesta, and then people start screaming out, I like your chiles. Hey, you have nice chiles. And oh wow, people were noticing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think they were gonna notice. Mm-hmm. So that's how everything got started. And then it went from there. Then I added more stuff. Then 2 years later, I added lights. And this was before LED. Mm-hmm. I'm talking mega, big old batteries. And people would come up to me and be like, are those lights? I'm like, yes, these are lights. Yes, they are. Where did you get those? Excuse me, guys.
No, you can adjust.
They're like, where did you get those? I said, well, and they would look. They're like, Richard, are they heavy? I'm like, yeah, but it's Fiesta.
Worth it.
And a couple of margaritas, you're okay. Anyway, and it started from there. Every year I would add something bigger, brighter. But you know what it was? People would notice, and I like that.
Yeah.
And you know I'm not shy, so
no, he is the star of the show. This is going to become his podcast after.
No, but really, it was just to have fun, be different, entertain people.
Yeah.
And then just started from there. People were like, "Hey, I like your hat, and are those lights?" You know, yeah. So it was this one. This has become my official NIOSA opening ceremony hat.
Yes.
That's what I call it.
And that's because him and his partner, Kenny, they are at every Fiesta event. I feel, are there any that you miss?
Some we do, some we don't. But when Fiesta comes around, we are not available the second week of Fiesta. We don't exist. We're not there. We tell our clients, you know what, I'm not going to be here. We take the whole week off. We do a little staycation for Fiesta. And once NIOSA kicks in, we're there.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday. We used to do college night.
Yeah.
But I think we're a little older for that.
Yes.
So we don't do Thursday, and then we do Friday. And then there's the parades and all that. So yeah, it's a whole week of Fiesta.
I love it.
How long we'll be able to keep it up, I don't know, but I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Yeah. No. Well, so when I would go down to NIOSA and I'd be like, my Theo Ricky's going to be down here. Richard, I'll try to call you Richard.
It's okay.
Like, Richard's going to be down there. We need to meet up with him. Literally, I would wait all night looking for him. Like, where is Waldo inside the crowd? And then I would see him and he's just like, can't be bothered. He's on the go. He'd be like, hi, Mija. And then like we'd talk for a minute or two. And then he's like, bye, Mija, gotta go, with his stack of cups. Like,
and I honestly, the next day you're at home, you're looking back like, oh my God, was that rude? But what it was, it's gonna sound so conceited, but I had people to meet and greet, and take pictures and do this and do that. But honestly, that's what it was. And what was so cool, after a while, people started asking me, hey, Richard, can you make me a hat? Oh my God, Richard. So it was nice to see people around NIOSA or even just Fiesta in general wearing my hats and then want to take a picture.
Yes.
But also what really got everything started with my hat and Fiesta, I've had this one for a long time. They used to do the opening ceremonies for Fiesta on Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon, 12 o'clock.
Yes.
People are working. How many people would go? Then they changed it to Thursday evening. Mm-hmm. So when I found that out, we went to our first Fiesta opening ceremonies, and it was beautiful. It's front of the Alamo. It's bright. It's colorful. And I did have this hat, but then I saw people wearing other hats, bigger, taller,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so these bitches want to play.
He's like, you're not going to outdo
I said,
me.
I get it now. So I went, and believe it or not, Priscilla, I went and I bought all this mesh. I made myself this beautiful big Fiesta hat.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a wreath, actually.
Yeah.
So when I'm at home working on it, I said, So I put it on my head. I come out of the room, and Kay says, Richard, that looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I said, right, it can be a hat. That's how it all started. So I went ahead and made that hat. We go to the opening ceremonies, and I've told many people this story, but this is what it got started. And this was before Uber.
Yeah.
So Kenny and I get to Fiesta. We're downtown. We get out of the cab, and I see a crowd, and everybody's wearing these beautiful, colorful hats everywhere. So if you know my partner, we're total opposites. Total opposites.
Yes.
So I get out of the cab, and I want to go see what's going on because I see these hats. He says, Richard, you don't even know, what are you doing? I said, well, let me go check. Let me go see. Like a little kid. So here I go. He waits behind his partner with this ridiculous Fiesta hat.
He's like,
Yes, yeah. Anyway, so I get there, and I go up to the group, and I have this beautiful girl, and she says, oh, I don't know what's going on, but they just told me to come stand over here, and she had the beautiful hat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, she didn't give me an answer. So then I see, of course, I know these two guys are gay, I can tell. So I approach them, hey guys, what's up? What's going on? And let me tell you, this was so funny. I don't even think the word hater was invented yet. I really don't. He says, it's a hat parade. Some queens can be very, like that. I'm like, oh. I said, oh, okay, well, can I join? And by the way, if this person's out there, I don't know, but it's true. So he says with attitude, it's a hat parade. Oh my God, can I join? I'm so naive. I'm just whatever.
Yeah.
And literally I get the up and down, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Priscilla, it took me back a little bit. So I'm like, oh, and then what happened? I hear Kenny across the street because he saw the whole thing in like a little kid, So I go back and we're both cracking up. He says, what was that about? I said, I don't know, but did you notice? He says, yes, I told you. I'm like, well, you know what? F that bitch. I'm not gonna be in no parade fight.
He said,
whatever.
fuck that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. And then literally I said, okay, Kenny, fuck that bitch. Let's go have a drink. What was a drink? A margarita. So we go have a drink. We're relaxing. We're gonna meet our two friends. So we catch up to them, and again, this is all new. The opening ceremonies at night.
Right.
It's all new. So then we're standing there talking, and I hear drums. And I see the crowd coming. I'm like, and you can see the colors and everything. I'm like, what the hell? Well, they had little barricades, very little, tiny.
Not enough to hold you back.
No. So as our friends are talking their conversation, I didn't even tell them anything. I just kind of, I'm going to be in this parade. So Kenny says the next thing he knows that our friend is saying, oh my God, Kenny, is that Richard? Kenny's like, oh my God. Well, when I got to the section, one of the ladies, she sees me. She says, oh my God.
Yeah.
Your hat. No. You stand here. Where was I at? Right smack center in the front.
I love it.
So boom, waving at people. I love your hat. So then when the parade is over, which was a little parade around Alamo Plaza, he sees me. She says, come on. So I go over there, and then she says, I love your hat. Love your hat. I said, oh, thank you. She's like, can I wear it? I normally don't let people wear it, right?
Yeah.
And Kenny's behind me, and he says, let her wear it. And she says, we're going to go on the air. We're going to go on the air in 5 minutes. Kenny says, let her wear it. I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Put it on. She looked gorgeous. She goes live on air, says my name. I'm waving. And my thought immediately, I can picture those two guys. That bitch. Not only did he get in the parade, he's on the news, and I'm waving like that. And that's how everything got started. Then people saw it. Hey, Richard, I want a hat. Oh my God, did you make that for Ursula? And I always thank her for that.
Yeah.
Because really that is how everything. So Ursula, if you're watching, because really that is how everything got started.
I love that.
And it just went from there. And you know what's so funny? Every once in a while, we do see those guys.
I was going to ask, have you ever run into him again?
I know them because, of course, San Antonio is not huge.
Right.
I don't know who they are, but yes, I still get that. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll see them out and about, and it's no big deal.
They're going to ask if they can be in your parade
Yes,
next time.
yes. But, that's all it is. And I love it. I just do it. I'm just me. You know me. I'm just going to be, my mom would always tell me, ay, Ricardo, como las cosas que hace, but that's just me.
Yes.
If you know me, you know me.
But she would say it as she's laughing.
Yes.
Because you were always making her laugh. My grandma, his mom. Yeah, it's like you literally just, and I've said this to people before, but there are only a few people who literally like light up a room. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're one of those people where like no matter where we're at, no matter what we're going through, you find a way to like make somebody smile,
And
you're not
happy.
trying. That's just you.
I just like to laugh.
Yeah.
I want to see people. I don't really like drama. I want to be happy, have fun. We all have things going on.
Mm-hmm.
All of us do. And just, have fun and laugh, even if it's for that 3 hours you're with your friends or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I love it. So the hat started with the chili peppers. You wore chili peppers today,
Yes, I did.
Only you could pull off a shirt with chili peppers. So you heard it then, you're going to hear it now. I like your chili peppers.
Thank you. Yeah. And guys would scream it out, hey, dude, I like your chiles. And at first, I'm like, what the hell?
You were like, what?
Yeah. And I was like, call me. No, I'm kidding. And of course, King's like, Richard, they're talking about your hat. I'm like, oh, the hat. Okay, the chiles. Oh, okay. But anyway, because I had a real big one in the back. It's there, but it's a real big chile. So it's like, hey, you have a big chile. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, it's your hat.
Kenny's like,
I
calm
get it.
down.
Yes, yeah, it's the hat. It's the hat.
Oh my goodness. So I wanted to ask too, because everybody's gone so like rogue, and you literally will see taco hats, the Alamo, the hemisphere. Like, I'm just asking for your opinion. Is there such a thing as too much when it comes to a Fiesta hat?
People have asked me that, honestly, because like I said, this hat is not the biggest. It is not. But what it is, and what I pride myself in with my hats, I like to make them hands-free. You don't have to worry about holding them down. You can be relaxed. You can party, because there are some beautiful hats, but I sometimes see the person kind of uncomfortable.
Right.
And I'm like, no. I want to be able to, because the paparazzi's everywhere. So I want to, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of, no, there's no such thing as too big. Some people can pull it off, and there's some very pretty ones out there.
Yes.
Spectacular. But I that's not me.
Yeah.
I just remain with that one. But you know what it is too? People already know me for that hat.
Yes.
Even at HEB. Oh my God, I saw you in the news. Oh, yes. You're the guy with the hat. Or people, hey, and one year I didn't wear it for some reason. I think my friend Rebecca Medina, rest in peace, she had made these taco hats, and I had to wear the taco hat. So that year that I didn't wear this hat, I wore her taco hat. I didn't realize how much people noticed.
Yeah.
Where's your hat? Oh, you're not wearing your hat.
Wow.
Oh, I like that one, but where's your hat?
Yes.
Like, I never thought that people were gonna know me for my hats.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I love that. Cool. A taco hat. The perfect taco hat for me is like you got chips in the rim, some guac in the middle, and you're just like going at it.
My friend made these taco hats. She comes to work. Hey friend, look what I made. I said, is that for you? She says, no, I'm selling them. I said, no, it's mine. And she says, well, I made another one. I'm like, well, then that's Kenny's. Kenny didn't even know he was. So yeah, everybody asked me that year, where's your hat? Oh my God, you're not wearing your hat. Yeah. So that kind of made me like, what? Okay, never again. You know, I'll keep wearing my Nyosa opening ceremonies hat.
I love it. And I love that over all of these years, you've added something to it. It truly is like a walking story, you know?
Yes, it is. And then one year, we were inside that Guadalajara bar. Mm-hmm. We're having a blast. And a lady comes over, and she says, excuse me. And she's telling me, oh my God, I love your hat. It's so unique. She said, look, it's my husband's birthday. Here's $100. I want to buy your hat. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, sorry, I don't sell it. Well, then she comes back minutes later with another friend, And the girl says, look, we collected money. My friend really likes her. It's his birthday. He really, really wants your hat. Here's 200. I'm like, no, I don't sell it. By the third time, now the birthday boy is with them. And he says, dude, I really like your hat. I want to buy it from you. And all my friends over there, we are collecting money. So here's 500. Well, I'm kind of on my, I had tickets left.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, $500. And right away, Kenny says, don't you dare.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
I'm like, Marco, what's your price, Marco?
Well, then that's when he says, don't you dare, because I know by tomorrow you're going to regret it. And, I told the lady, well, it has a lot of sentimental value because a lot of this stuff on it is dated. It has dates. So you can go back. I mean, it goes way back. That's how I kind of know. So as I'm explaining to the girlfriend, she says, oh my God, I get it now. Oh my God, 2007. Oh my God. She says, I get it now. I get it. She says, honey, it's sentimental. I say, yeah, it's very sentimental. And then finally he says, dude, I get it. I get it. I say, yeah, I can't sell it. And even if I were to sell it to somebody, how are they going to explain what's on there?
Right. It doesn't have that meaning to them.
Like, why is this on there? I don't know. Everything has a little story. So they walk away. And then my friend's husband says, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
$500, Richard. I'm like, Roy. And then the wife says, honey, he said it's sentimental. He says, fuck sentimental. I said, you know what? That's why you're straight. Because you don't get it.
You don't get it.
You don't get the sentiment.
Honey, you don't get it.
I said I would never sell it. And I've had other offers, but no, I can't.
No, yeah.
I'll make you one.
Let me touch it so I don't give it all.
Lots of people, I'll make you one. But even if I did try to remake it, I can't.
No, because there's so much history to it.
I just can't. So that's why.
Well, this is the part of me that really wishes that there was social media back in the day when you started it with the chili peppers. Because, like, listen, I'm a little prideful for my uncle here, and I do feel like you're the OG Fiesta King. And, like, there's some other people, I won't name any names, but there's some other people out there that kind of, like,
yes,
claim that fame. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, if there was documentation, I would want it.
I do have pictures, and I do show people the pictures from way back when. I'm like, look, but it's different when, like, if you said if it was social media, it can really prove, because
like, it would take off,
Nobody, when I would first wear it, nobody, all my friends would be like, Richard, really, with that stupid hat every year. I'm like, if you don't want to hang around
with that stupid
yeah, and I'd be like, well, then don't stand by me, Becky. Or Kenny be like, really, Richard? I'm like, well, then don't stand next to me, whatever.
To his partner, you're like, come by yourself.
Yes, I'm going to wear it. Really? So nobody, I'm being very honest, you wouldn't see people wearing hats.
Yeah.
People would come up to me, and then when I first put lights, then people were like, wow. And I'm talking big old battery packs. And Kenny be like, Richard, that's safe. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Take a picture. Because I'm going to wear it regardless.
To those guys that like, you can't be in our hat parade. You should have waved, and then it's like.
So I always have. And then little by little, you started seeing. Then you started seeing more hats. Then LED came out.
Yeah.
Then you saw that. And then it just became, and it's never been official, but I know. Yeah. I know that I started it, especially at Nyosa.
Yes.
Because now, I don't know how many years ago it started where all of a sudden Nyosa has become Tuesday night is hat night.
Really?
They don't really announce it, but everybody
wears.
Not everybody, but I would say 85%.
It's catching on, yes.
And people wear their hats. Yeah. And they come with these big old hats. So I know, but I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. And I'm thankful for little things like this that can put it out there that I was the official Chile.
The big Chile.
Yes.
Well, that makes me happy, though, that also you can, like, appreciate that people have caught on, because at the end of the day, everybody's down there for the same reason. Like, not only is it a party and we're all enjoying things, but bigger picture, everything we do for Fiesta really benefits, so many organizations.
Definitely, most definitely.
I have to ask then, what is your favorite part of Fiesta?
My favorite part, honestly, again, Nyosa.
Nyosa
is one of our favorites. We're there the opening night. We go Tuesday, Wednesday. We used to go Thursday, and then Friday. And then somebody asked me this one time, oh my God, Richard, you and Kenny, y'all go almost every night. I said, look, I don't have kids. because
I
it can get
know.
expensive.
You're not the first person to glorify not having kids, okay, on this podcast. I'm like, I know. I know.
I don't mean to sound rude, but
no, yeah, I get
I say
it.
that because my big family, we have a large family.
Oh my God,
I
yes.
see it, and y'all are all wonderful parents. But
yeah,
us not having, I can do that.
I love that
we can
for
do
you.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's great. But yeah, Fiesta. Most people are like, it's sad, not sad, but some people are like, oh, we don't do Fiesta, or I don't like Fiesta. I'm like, well, oh, I don't like you. No, I'm kidding. I don't. No,
you're not kidding. You are not kidding.
And I don't like you.
I love that. Oh my God. I do come across people that are like, Fiesta,
Yeah,
and I'm like, so what I always say is that I love Fiesta. Like, I love the idea of it. I do often feel like when I get down there, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people.
Yeah.
Like, I get overwhelmed and I'm like, maybe I don't love Fiesta, but like every year I want to do it.
Yes,
so, you know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. And after Fiesta, I'm like, oh my God, my wallet is empty. Maybe I don't like Fiesta, but of course I do. Yes, I do. But no, it comes around once a year.
Yes, exactly.
And one thing I like about Fiesta, everybody's so busy. Everybody has, again, they have kids or whatever. At least I know that's when I'm going to see everybody.
Yes.
That I really haven't seen throughout the year, or we all know that's where we're going to meet.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It's like the unofficial meetup date.
Oh God, yeah, for sure, and see friends from back when or whatever, make new friends.
Yeah.
Then I guess that's kind of what I like about it. I know I'm going to see those people at Fiesta.
I love that because as a person who has kids, right? As a person who has kids, it's so hard during the year to not only schedule, dates where we meet up and stuff, but to keep up with that. So we can schedule a date, but then something happens and one of us has to cancel. So Fiesta, we know when it is every year.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks almost. And you can just show up and you usually see everybody there.
Everybody. Oh, and you asked what's my favorite. Another one of my favorites. I don't know if I always tell people, Friday after the parade, the Battle of Flowers, to go over to the bottom and do the tea party.
Oh, I love that.
It's the bottom on a Friday afternoon, but it's like a Saturday night.
Yes.
And so, it's just fun.
I've only been to the bottom a handful of times, maybe 2 or 3 times, but every time I've gone, it's, if you want to dance,
yes,
you go to the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that dark atmosphere where you can see somebody if you're close up, but if you're far away, you don't got to be ashamed because they don't know who you are.
Yeah,
that kind of vibe. I love it so much.
And I guess for my age and Kenny's age, it takes us back to when the bottom was strictly gay, which is fine. And now it's
he's like, bitch, you're not allowed. You're what ruined it.
I don't like you all. I'm kidding. No, but now it's for everybody and anybody, which makes it great. Yes. But for us, it feels like a Bonham back in the day, very gay.
Yes.
And it's dance. It's like a Saturday night on a Friday afternoon, and they just kind of, because we don't go out like we used to. If I did that, oh God. But yeah, so it's kind of nostalgic for us.
Okay, look, you've literally planted the segue here in conversation. We're going to talk about love a little bit, right? So as long as I've known you my entire life, I've known Kenny, right?
Yeah.
And Kenny is his partner. So I clearly remember the aha moment that I had with my parents when I was it just clicked. And I was like, wait, Kenny and Ricky are together, right? And I remember asking my parents, because growing up in the 90s, even though it wasn't that long ago, it wasn't something that you kind of just talked about just for out of the blue. But I remember asking my mom, wait, are they a couple? Are they together? And she was like, well, yes, they're partners. So I remember that. And I remember just always, you guys had such an admirable relationship. You would host let me just paint the picture here. We have a family where there's probably 40, 50 of us. Before I started, my generation had kids, there was already 40 of us, a lot of us, a huge family. You guys would so graciously host every major holiday.
It would start with Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
And listen, I'm a foodie, so like Kenny would make fresh bread
Yes.
and chili, and we would have that on Halloween, and they would send us out to go trick or treating in their area, which was the nice area of town, let me tell you.
It still is,
It
but
still
it's gotten.
is.
I think it's gotten too big for some people.
No, but it's still really nice.
Okay,
I love that area.
Yeah.
Y'all would host Christmas. You guys introduced me to my first charcuterie.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I credit y'all for that. But yeah, y'all would host everything. You had these two dogs that you loved, Picasso and Mona Lisa.
Mhm.
Your house was so eclectic. Like, I admired you guys so much.
Sweetie, I never knew that.
No.
You never told me that. Again,
Yeah.
you never told me you're gonna make me cry on this show.
I'm sorry.
I never knew that.
It's so true. I mean, I've always looked up to you guys because I feel like, let's just be real. Like, it's 2024 and some people still can't wrap their brains around the concept of like, you love who you love. Love is love, right?
Yeah, yes.
And back then, like, I saw it. I saw that like it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
You know what I mean? And so Kenny has been my Uncle Kenny since all I've known. Like, he's all I know.
We keep up with our anniversary by your age.
Yeah.
He always remembers that.
I love
He says,
that.
I keep up our anniversary by Priscilla's age. I know that's how long we've been together.
Yeah.
And we won't say, but it's okay. You
I
know.
Like,
don't say the age. But no, that's
21 years, guys. 21.
That's how he keeps up. And he always brings that up. But I didn't know you were even paying attention.
I would take note of everything mentally. Like, and I think that as an adult now, looking back, like, I realize how impactful it was on me, you know?
Oh, mija.
But
I said mija.
No, it's okay. You can call me mija.
Yeah.
I'm mija.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think that it's just, I can appreciate that. Like, what I'm trying to say is that I wish that everybody could grow up with a household where you have somebody like a Theo, Ricky, and Kenny in your lives, and you realize, you know what I mean, that it doesn't matter at the end of the day what they choose. Because I feel like if you could see it in like first person, you know, you can see what that means, then there would be so much less hate in the world.
And that's what it is. But you just hit the nail on the head, and that's what it is. People have this fear of the unknown, the evil. And really, it's not. Or like if we're 24/7 screwing or something, you know, it's not just about the sex.
But even if it was, I feel like it's not. It's not like I ever saw that. So you know
I asked
what I mean?
somebody this once: "Are you and your husband having sex 24/7?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, no. Well, then, hello. You know, girl, I got laundry to do. I have to fix my Fiesta hat. I ain't got time for that shit." But yeah, but you know what it is too with Kenny and I. Again, I say it again, but we didn't have kids, but. You guys and Kenny fell into it so perfectly. He never gave me attitude. He never questioned it.
What a brave soul, because there's a lot of us. Like,
Kenny has two brothers, one niece, one nephew. I have a tribe, literally. But he was just so, like you said, so gracious. He loved it. Loved grandma, you know, my mom.
Yes.
And that was another reason why he would do it. Because another reason grandma would say, "Oh, I like to have it at your house." Or she would call me, "Mijo, let's have it at your house." I'm like, "Mom, that's fine." But we didn't mind because we didn't have everybody around year round, all the kids. So we don't have kids. So, hey, Kenny, you know, buy the candy. Let's go, you know, trick or treat, make the chili. Christmas, I love Christmas. You know that.
Yes.
So decorating was mainly not so much for us, but for you guys.
Yeah.
When y'all were little and play the Santa, just to see y'all's reactions when you would walk into our house or to whatever. And Kenny would say, "Oh, Richard, did you see the kids?" Or, "Oh my God, the kids loved it." I'm like, "I know, right?" And then Thanksgiving, that was our way with family.
Yes.
But then you kids grew up.
Okay, let me just admit, I feel like, and I think I've told you this, sometimes I feel like we're such assholes, right? Because the family was big to begin with. Okay? The family was big to begin with. You have 6 siblings, and all of us have 3 to 4, at least 2 to 3 kids. I'd say.
Yes.
2 to 4 kids. Many of them have 4. So, like, it just became too big at some point.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll admit it, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, we got to start renting event halls for our, like, because I miss that aspect of family when it comes to, like, holidays and stuff. And so sometimes, like, it's like I'm going to be like blatantly honest, okay? So like my mom's family, my mom, my siblings, we have a bunch of kids. We host here like for Christmas, for instance. And in the back of my head, I'm always like, what a bitch, because
No, no,
I
no, no,
do
no.
feel that way though.
We felt that 2 years ago, honestly.
Yeah.
Kenny and I felt it. Was I kind of like, oh, a little sad, but then I had to stop and think, look, they're parents, they have kids, so now you have the in-laws, you have the tias on this side. I get it, I really do.
Yeah.
And everybody has kids. Uh, okay, the last year was a good example. Okay, to Rick, I'm gonna go, but I have to leave by 11.
Yeah.
Okay, to Ricky, we're gonna go, but I have to. And by midnight, Kenny and I are sitting on our couch, like, well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
We're used to like at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we would stay up. Yeah.
Like he said, Richard, I said, I know, right? That's kind of weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm like, well, Merry Christmas.
Well, it almost feels like you put in all that effort for kind of like, not for nothing,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
it ends, you know?
And that past Christmas, that wasn't the only reason that people got sick. My brother got sick, my niece got sick. So we didn't have everybody that we normally do.
Yes.
Which is why then the next week I said, well, I'm going to have a loteria night.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
But I do miss having everybody over, but I also understand. We both understand.
Yeah.
He's like, Richard, they have family, you know.
Well, if it means anything,
and y'all live far.
Listen, if I'm saying this right now, it's on the record. Okay, anytime we have Christmas, you are welcome here.
Of course,
you are welcome, and I've never like not.
Yeah,
you know, you are
no, that was another thing too. Then
But I live the same distance from you that you live from me.
Because then you're like, Vanessa, you invited, then Vanessa, then I didn't know where to be. I'm like, well, I don't want to go to, and then, well, you could have come over here. So that brings this up. Somebody asked me this a while back. Do you babysit? I said, oh my God, this is why I don't. I said, do you know how many I have? And she's like, no. I said, girl, I'd be busy every weekend for a whole year.
Yeah, you would be.
Because, well, if he did it for Priscilla, Uncle Rick, if he did it, so I can only imagine. I love them. They're all so cute, but I admire them from afar.
But how can you say no to my Ian? And
oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
No, just so cute. And you know what, Priscilla? That's another thing I pride myself in. I've always had something with kids.
Yes.
Today I walk in, what did Ian do? And that just, oh my God.
Well, look.
He just cuddled.
He did.
Yeah, like, and I don't see Ian all the time,
no.
but he just was so comfortable.
Babies and kids, and I even forgot to add in there that like things that I admire. I always looked forward to getting like a card from you because you have the best penmanship. Like you write so beautifully. You would always write the cutest little messages, and he would sign it with like a little character all the time. Yeah. So like things like that, I just want you to know that like you have made an impact not only on me, but I'm sure on so many of my cousins, and we're just so lucky to have an Uncle Ricky.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I'm blessed with you guys. And your Uncle Tony growing up, he would say, you write like a girl. I'm like, thank you. Oh my God, what a compliment. He would say, you write like a girl. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. No, I've always I was so proud of my penmanship.
I didn't know that. You have beautiful writing.
Honestly, I'm going to be who would motivate me and inspire me, and I always try to copy your mom.
My mom writes really pretty too. I'm like, what the calligraphy,
And as a little kid, I would come and show her, look, sister, and I would try to emulate her writing and her things,
You're going to make me cry.
Yeah, no, for real. But my brother would say, you write like a girl. I'm like, oh, thank you. No. You don't know how much that means to me now. But and not only him, other people, guys at school, whatever. Yeah. And then I see their writing, and I'm like, no. And he's going to hate me for this. He's going to hate me for this. But Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kenny, are you sure you're gay? His writing is horrible.
What is it?
It's horrible.
I don't know how I've learned to decode Andy's writing. Like, it's terrible.
Example, our schedule at work. I'm going through the book. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what does that say? I know it's his writing.
Yeah.
He's with Richard. I'm like, well, what does it say? And he's like, ooh, I don't know. I'm like, well, then how the hell?
He can't even read it.
No. So I do all that stuff. But yeah, I've always prided myself on my penmanship. I think everybody, that's why it's sad that they don't show that, they don't teach that anymore.
Bailey, my oldest, she learned to write in cursive. Mm-hmm. And so when she transferred to public school, They would get mad at her for writing in cursive.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But like if you can't write in cursive, then you can't read cursive. And I don't think people understand like the importance of that aspect of it, you know?
This is how I see it. Documents are so important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I signed. Oh, I didn't sign. Well, then what? But how can you tell that's that person's name?
And if it's just in print, like,
Yeah.
you know how many times I practiced my signature when I was little? I was like, am I going to write it like this? Am I going to write it like this?
Yeah.
Now it has, I won't tell you all my secrets, but there's a secret about it that I will reveal. There's a little like heart in my signature that really designates it from the rest.
Okay. Yeah. No, honestly, sweetheart, I would do that. I would practice and I would write because of your mom's penmanship.
I love that.
My sister Rachel, I love you, sis, but I never copied yours.
Oh, the shade.
No. But yeah, I don't know. That was just me. And honestly, you know who does have nice penmanship? Your grandpa, my dad.
Really?
Oh God, ask your mom.
Yeah.
Recently, when he was in the hospital and they had him sign some papers,
yeah,
I kind of like, oh my God, and the way he signed, even the nurse. Oh, Mr. Sanchez, your penmanship. Yeah, he still, has it.
I actually remember like Grandma Anita, my grandma.
Yes,
Anita,
yes.
Love her so much. She would have like her address books where she would, yes. And I remember her handwriting in there. She would write in a lot of caps.
Yes, all caps. And Mom, rest in peace. And I've told her this before, but middle school, high school, I learned my mom's signature.
I think that's something everybody like tries to learn, right? So
finally one day she gets a note or letter that, Richard this in school and has missed so many days. And my mom says, what is, and we know that in other words, you signed the letters. My mom's like, I didn't sign anything. I'm like, oh shoot. When she found out, she was so mad. But yeah, or my sister saying, brother, sign this for me, because I knew how to do grandma's signature. But yes, grandma too had her nice, and like you said, everything in caps. Yes. But I don't know, it's something I've always prided myself with my penmanship.
I love it.
Kenny always tells me, Richard, you write so nice.
You do.
But when it's his turn, I'm like,
don't do it. I'll sign for us. Yeah. I'm like going back to my mom's too. My mom's signature is so hard to fake.
Yeah.
I would try to get her. She would like do this loop thing with her arm, and I could never get it right.
Yeah.
But I would try.
Yes, all the time. Yes.
So I hope that life created the same challenge for my kids, like to get it,
Yeah, because I think in the future people are like, well, I signed. Well, that doesn't. I don't know. I don't get it when I see people sign the signature. Like, what is that? I don't get it. I really don't.
Okay, I want to ask really quickly. So we were on the topic of love, and we talked about, what it was like for me seeing you guys, but we have not touched on the difference between what it was like for your experience coming out versus like what it is today. Do you find that it's easier for people to come out today because there's so many different supportive communities, or how does that, like, what do you think about that?
Well, I feel like you just outed me on camera, and I'm kidding.
Oh shit!
No,
sorry.
I was very young, young when I came out to your grandma.
Do you remember how old you were?
Yes, I think I was like 15.
Oh,
It just came about. You're not gonna hang out with that guy because he's gay, but you gotta also remember. I always tell people this. Back then, you couldn't even say the word gay.
Yeah.
You couldn't even, or trying to be somebody you weren't, and you knew that you're being fake, but you gotta like act a certain way for society, for the family. But anyway, one day it just came out of blur. I said, Mom, what if I'm gay? And it just came out. Anyway, but it's very different nowadays. I think the kids are more freedom to say it and come out. There's always going to be hate. There's always going to be fear. There's always going to be the unknown or the judgmental. But I think kids nowadays, they're pretty, they may not see it, but it's very different from when we grew up. There's so many more outlets. There's so many more organizations. There's so much more support. It's known about now. So it's not, and it's sad to see or hear when a kid, is scared, or so threatened, or so that they commit. That's just so heartbreaking. That's very heartbreaking. I'm very lucky that I had friends and family that accepted me, right away.
Yeah.
But some people aren't so lucky or so fortunate.
Yeah.
I've heard some stories from some friends. I'm like, oh my God, let me hug you, you
Yeah.
know. But look where you are now.
Yeah.
You're a big old proud lesbian. and I and I love you for it.
What is it on me?
Yeah.
Lesbian lover.
Like your grandma, she freaked out a little bit,
Yeah.
and I knew that. I knew that. But it's such a big fear. It's such a weight on your shoulders. You know you're being fake. So when grandma found out, of course, the drama, I leave that night because I got to leave the house. Not that she saw me up, but let it soak in for a while.
Yeah.
And Mom, I love you, but it was true. Come to the house the next day, and the house smelled like rubbing alcohol.
Oh.
I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? And my brother is like, you made Mom mad. And I'm like, what is that smell? And your grandma was in bed with a towel with alcohol because her son is gay. Oh. I'm like, Mom, are you kidding me, Mom? I love you so much. But it didn't take grandma that long. I was very surprised, very fortunate. It took maybe a couple of days.
Yeah.
She says, you're my son. I love you.
Yeah.
I will always love you. I mean, I'd agree.
Yes.
Which is all I want. I said, Mom, I'm not asking you to throw confetti up in the air.
Right.
Only at Fiesta. I said, but
with Marco.
Yeah. I said, but just to even just love, you don't even have to accept it, but just acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was so proud of her because even her going to a Pentecostal church, she never let that be where your son doesn't belong. I was very fortunate because
and she was always so accepting with Kenny. And like I said, all just Kenny is just like, excuse me, but he's your better half. He's your better half. Like he's just amazing, and we've all known him for so long. And I wish he were in here, but he specifically was like, I cannot be there because I'll be correcting Richard and telling him he shouldn't have said this or that, Or
I would be thinking, oh God, he's looking at me. Oh God, what I say? We both know each. You know what Grandma would always tell us, and not just me, him too. Throughout, whenever I was with Kenny, with Kenny, I don't know. She would always say this. Remember, opposites attract.
Yes.
And in Spanish, I don't know if some of y'all know Spanish, Ricardo, acuérdate. And if y'all were the same, forget it.
Yes.
It wouldn't work. It would not work.
Yeah.
And I do see that sometimes because it's really all about me.
Him and his chivas. His chivas in the hat parade.
No, and you've seen it, and I've seen it, and I know he loves our family, and he is our family. But Grandma, I was very surprised with her, and she really freaked me out when it didn't take her that long. And then to see her throughout the years love Kenny, and sometimes I'm like, Mom, I'm your son, not Kenny.
I know. I'm like, if y'all ever part by Richie,
and treat him right, You better. And I'm like, Mom, I'm your son. But and we have our moments. We have our moments, and nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But it works for us. I get this question asked every single time. How can y'all live and work together?
Oh, that must be tough, honestly, because let me just preface this. Like, I love Andy so much, but sometimes he gets on my nerves, and sometimes I'm like, I need a moment. And I'm sure likewise, like, he's not here to speak for himself, but if he were, I'm pretty fucking annoying sometimes. Like, let's be honest, So,
are we all?
How do you do that?
This is what I tell people. Since we've met, since we started dating, we were both in the beauty industry. Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm the one that hired Kenny at the salon.
Really? So he started with nails.
Yes, I did nails for 10, 11 years. Beautiful. Left that, went back to school because I wanted to do hair. I was kind of burnt out on nails. And really, this is at a time where people were starting not to wear them. They weren't as popular as they are now. They were kind of... So I want to go to school for hair.
I have to say, though, you were like known for this natural looking acrylic French tip.
I was the nail artist.
You were. I would go around asking for what he would do to my nails, and I could never get it copied. Yeah. They would put the white nail tip, and I'm like, no, I want white powder. Now that people know, but like back then,
you didn't have social media. You didn't have pictures. I want my... I can probably say I was busy. I really was.
Yes.
With the nails and pedicures and all that. But this is why I tell people we're both in the beauty industry. We're both doing what we love. Will we be able to do that if we were like in an office environment
Yeah.
or in a different work environment? Because for one, it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're both doing what we love.
Yes.
We work as a team. And then one client told me this one time. She says, I think all the years I've been coming with you and Kenny, I'm going to be honest, Richard, I don't think I've ever seen y'all argue.
No.
That's kind of that was our number one golden rule.
Yeah.
We could be arguing on the way to work, whatever, or disagreement.
Yeah.
But our rule, as soon as you walk in that door, I don't care how mad you are or how whatever, you put a smile on your face. They're not here for that. They're not here for our drama. We're here for them.
Yeah.
And I try to say, but you can say a lot with your eyes.
You've told me this before. Yes. Yeah.
He'll know, don't come over here. Or I'll know, like, okay, I'm not going to go that. You just know. And you respect that.
Yes.
You respect that. But one thing Kenny always tells me, he's so good about, and then he can just forget about it like if nothing.
Yeah.
We've gone the whole day. Oh, I'm cheerful. I'm working. Da, 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 da. We're going to go home. I'm in the car. And he's like, well, what did you want to eat? I'm like, oh, no. I'm not done. He's like, Richard, that was at 10 o'clock. I put it on pause.
We tabled the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
And I don't want to eat right now.
This is the Sanchez in me then, because I'm the same way where I'm like, we were still arguing. Like, what do you think happened from 10 a.m. to midnight?
Thank you.
We're picking it right back up, babe.
I'm like, I put it on pause. And then he'll make it worse by saying, oh, you're being just like a girl. I'm like, oh. And I start like, okay, just wait.
Just wait.
Yeah. But that's just, it just works for us. Everybody's different. For us, yes. It works. We're not perfect, but clients, a lot of them, oh my God, I love it. Or it just works for us because I think it's because of what we do.
Okay, so then what would you say to wrap up this love convo? What's the secret to a long, successful relationship? And mind you, they've been together the same amount of time that I've been alive. So like, success is there, baby. The proof is in the pudding. I'm right here, guys.
Yeah. Like I said, again, we're not perfect and we had our moments. I don't know, things just respect each other, listen, voice your opinion.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that about Kenny. He's very opinionated.
Really?
When his mom one day told me, and when looking back, we both say, it was like if she was giving her peace, her goodbye, because then a couple of years later, that's when she passed. But she did ask me, she says, my son's very opinionated. And I said, I don't know, girl. I said, I can, I said, oh, I know. I said, but I got it. Yeah. I got it. And she says, I do see that. And like grandma, and she would too say, opposites do attract. Yeah. She said, you've proven that to me. I said, look, we're not perfect. We take care of each other. Do we get on each other's nerves? Okay, then the outlet comes to me with my wreaths, my hats. I'm in my room. He's doing this. Yeah. Kenny's outlet is cooking. Can you tell? He's a cook. I'm the cook. I'm the eater. So we do things like that. I don't know. It just works for us.
So just to maybe have your own like space, right? Yeah. Like to do your
and
own...
listen to each other. Yeah. And respect the space. Yeah. Or respect each other. We're not the same. I can't have him make him feel the way I feel, or vice versa. And we're not very jealous either.
Yeah. Well, according, if people are complimenting your chile and you're like, ooh, and he's fine.
Well, because I work with people, or if we work with somebody, time they were just too jealous, or did you see how long he took with that man's haircut? I'm like, bitch, and you're gonna go eat, you know, things like that. Like he's working, right. Who's he going home with?
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, so you just have to go with it. Again, nobody's perfect. Things are going to happen. And you have to decide, do I want to be with this person? Am I going to make it work? I see this. Again, this is just my opinion in today's crazy world. Relationships don't last because people are so quick to, well, then I like this one. Let me go to the next. It's like nobody puts work into it.
Oh my God. And I've said this before. It does take work. Yes, I think that people think that, people think that relationships are just like so easy. And that the moment that something like challenging comes up, you can just say goodbye. But it's like, you I think that what would make relationships work is that if you did a lot of self-reflection, right? Like, I am not perfect,
Thank you. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and so how can I expect this person to meet my XYZ list
Hmm.
if I clearly am not meeting theirs? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
I think it's a two-way street, and it's like it's the easiest thing to realize, but the hardest thing to emulate,
It's
you know?
true because I see it a lot. And people that I think are so perfect together. Oh my God, y'all belong together. And the first thing that happens, or oh, he did this or she did that, and oh no, I'm like, really? Go on to the next. Well, now you're gonna go through the same shit,
Yes.
even worse
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah.
And I really don't get it. But again, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
This is just how it works for us. And have we gotten criticized at times? Like, again, the haters.
Mhm.
But
You know who you are.
yeah, yeah. But for us, we know each other
Yeah.
so well.
Yes.
And I think that's also part of it. We know each other so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, like I said, you guys have always shown me that love is like greater than your own person. You
Mhm.
know, you have to really consider the other person in order for it to work. And so I love that you guys are 34 years. I'm aging myself,
Yes.
34, almost 35 years, and thriving, baby. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so nice to see. I'm so happy for you all. And I couldn't imagine you without
Of course,
Kenny.
a lot of people do
It's
say
a
that.
package deal,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And then what was also a challenge, interracial, that was
Yeah.
also a big challenge for some people.
It's
Um,
crazy because you don't even, well, for me, I don't even think about that like
yeah,
in this day and age, but it is still a thing for some people.
especially back in the day,
Back in the day, you're right.
Ay, pues es gay y el novio es blanco. I would hear that, and
Like
people
it
like,
would lessen
yeah,
it any.
yeah, yes, bueno, of
Yeah.
course, but I don't know. For us, it works. Again, we're not perfect. I mean, I'm perfect. I'm kidding. No, we're not perfect.
Same.
But it just works for us. And that's what brings me joy when I see you guys with your husband. Y'all been together since high school, and look at you guys with your family. Um, Patricia with Brandon.
Right.
And again, not everybody's relationship is going to be perfect, but I like when I see couples that are going to work at it. And either make it work or you're not.
Yeah.
Or why waste time?
Yeah.
If you're already unhappy. But again, I see that too much, too often.
I think so too. And I don't want to put this like, I'll just be honest. What I always think about is like, if I were unhappy in a moment, because it's easy for me, I'm very impulsive. So sometimes in a moment I like can overreact. But I'm always like, what am I doing? Like, why am I, acting this way or thinking this way or being this way? If I were to start from ground zero with somebody, it's gonna be the same shit.
Yeah.
Like it's never not there. The issues will always arise. Do you know what I mean? And so like it's a matter of working through whatever they are and understanding that like you will go through that. No, it's never just sunshine and rainbows,
Because I told this lady the other day this. Look, Kenny and I live and work together. I learned this a long time ago, and grandma, and I've heard it from many people, or just in general, you can't change a person.
No.
I know nobody can change me, so why would I want to change him? And living and working together, we have this thing where okay, maybe all these years together, maybe if he worked in a different place, and we would miss each other and want to be around each other. But living and working together and having different personalities, he's an introvert.
Yeah.
Extrovert. So we're very opposite in that sense. So I don't force him to do certain things or go with me to certain things.
Like wear Marco. He doesn't have to wear Marco.
Yeah.
You wear Marco.
I wear Marco. And we're okay with that. People say, oh my God, you can go out without Kenny. For when I'm not at a bar.
Right.
I'm with friends. I'm socializing. Whatever. And it works for us.
Yes.
And he knows where I'm at. And friends say, oh my God, Richard. Oh my God, you're so lucky. Kenny don't Uber, I'll drop you off.
Yeah.
Call me when you're ready, I'll pick you up.
Sweet.
See, stuff like that. Again, it just works for us. It really does.
I love it. And
we're okay with that. He knows I'm coming home. Or like I said, he'll literally go and pick me up. Or no, don't come home with so-and-so because hello, Richard, she's been drinking too.
Yes.
let her go her way. I'll go. And that I don't know. But people think that's, hey, you're so, chifla. I'm like, no, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. You're like, don't be jealous.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't like
you
you
ain't
anyway.
got it like this.
Yeah.
You don't have a Kenny in your life.
Thank you. Yeah. And that's okay with us, and that it works. And he'll tell me, no, go have fun, or no, go, and really it's, go have a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Like, for example, this past weekend, go to the White House, which is a VFW.
Yes. Love it there.
We were at work. It was a busy day on Saturday. My feet are killing me. My back is killing me. My shoulders. It was a busy day. So I'm, bitching at work. Oh, my back. Oh, my feet, Kenny. He's like, oh, I know, me too. We were busy. I'm like, yeah, my back. So then we're going home, and my friend texts me, hey, Richard, so-and-so is playing at the VFW, the White House. I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, okay, all right, well, I'll call you
all of a sudden, his back and feet don't hurt.
So when we get home, I'm like, well, Kenny, this is what's going on. He says, well, I thought your feet were hurt. I'm like, that was at work. I'm like, no, I'm okay now. And then that's when go ahead and then call me when you're ready. See, it wasn't like, well, where are you going?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't tell each other what to do, too.
I love it.
You don't own me.
No,
Recently, we saw the movie Priscilla. Have you seen it? Priscilla Presley on HBO. It's her story. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, but Elvis was an asshole.
Oh yeah, I learned that from his movie. I didn't have to watch Priscilla.
And I get it. He was on drugs, but anyway, I won't tell you the whole story. But the movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. The actress. The story's great. But
I thought you were talking about me for a moment.
She kind of led a sad life when she was with him.
I bet, because she was just in the background for so long.
He told her what to wear, how to dress, what to do. You stay here.
No.
So that night that I'm going to the VFW, and King's like, well, Richard, I thought you were feet were hurt. I'm like, I am not Priscilla. I'm going.
Hey, Elvis.
Yeah, I said, I'm not Priscilla. Anyway. I said, I'm not going to be Priscilla, Kenny. I'm going. He says, whatever, Richard, go. Just whatever.
I'm not Priscilla.
I said, no, I'm not Priscilla. I'm going. He's like, whatever, just go. And we laughed about it. See what I mean?
I love it.
Yes. Yeah. But it works for us.
It works for y'all, and I am a testament to it because I see it working. And yeah, I wish you guys double. So I feel like the longer I live, the more success y'all have. So exactly. I wish you a lifetime of success in your relationship. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to a game. Okay, this is going to be Have You Ever Hair Edition. And I feel like we need another margarita here because I'm already at the bottom. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, we're going to get through this and then we're going to go get some more margaritas. Okay. All right? Have you ever been doing somebody's hair and seen bugs in their head?
Yes. Well, that's one of the first things they teach you at beauty school. And you always think, oh, it won't happen to me.
It did.
The very first time it happened to me, I didn't know how to act. I didn't want to embarrass her, for one.
Oh, my God.
It was an older lady, and this is in beauty school. Mm-hmm. And what you have to do, kind of get the instructor's attention, whatever. So I'm like, She says, well, what's wrong? And the lady's like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, I said, well, when was the last time you washed your hair? And she shrugs her shoulders, right? So I get the instructor comes over and she tells her, she says, ma'am, you need to go home. And one of the rules in the hair industry, when you do get somebody like that, everything you're using, the cape, the brush, the comb, anything in that area, it goes in the trash.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
the chair, I'm just kidding.
Everything, right? And poor lady, oh my God. She knew. Yeah. And she says, no, I don't. I'm like, ma'am, and you could see. Yeah. So what happens, you can ask any hairdresser. Everybody starts scratching their head.
They're all nervous.
The person next to me, the person on this side, the instructor, I'm scratching it was funny, but yeah, you do run into that. Yeah. But in a professional salon, you really don't get that. Right. We're getting people like you, people that take care of themselves. Mm-hmm. They maintain themselves. I'm like, yeah, no. So you don't really see that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Once, but it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx you.
But you have to be professional and just handle it and don't hurt the person's feelings and spritz them with some Lysol or whatever.
Alcohol.
Yeah. But and then you feel like you're like, I want to go. Yes. Yeah. But yes, I have.
You have.
Yes.
Okay.
I think everybody has.
Ooh, my goodness. You're making me itchy
Like, how would you
now.
handle that?
I don't know. I would be like, I would also call professor, can you handle this? I wouldn't handle it. I would hand it off to someone.
Well, let me clarify that. We've had to handle it because I'm no longer in beauty school, so it happened at a salon where I had to do it. So yeah, we've all had to, and once in our hairdressing lifestyle, have had to do that. Yeah, it's part of it.
Oh, you guys are doing the Lord's work with this.
Yeah,
stuff.
or how long have you washed your hair? I don't know, 3 weeks. I'm like, no, bitch, go take a shower, and then I'll do your hair. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine going day to day without washing my hair.
I said 3 weeks. Some people go longer.
Oh no! It's not a competition. Yeah, I see people on. So I see this TikTok very often where like hairdressers are like, "How long has it been since your last hair wash?" And they're like, 3 days, 4 days, a week. I could never, I mean, more power to you, I guess, if we can get by. But first of all, my hair gets oily really quickly. So, if I go 1 day without a wash, you can tell. And, yeah. So I'm like, no.
Well, no. We tell people if you go 3 days, that's great. You don't have to wash your hair every day, but some people do have my hair's oily. So 3 days is not bad.
Yes.
When people say 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm like,
oh no.
Okay, girl. Well then you need to go home,
and wash it.
And have I done that? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have. I am not touching your hair.
Okay, so then that kind of answers my question, of you having to ask someone to leave mid-appointment.
I love people, as you know, that I really do. And in my I've been doing hair, my God. Well, I've been in the industry for almost 30 something years. And I think I've done that twice. Was I proud? No, but sometimes some people, they just, you're not going to tell me how to work. You're not going to come in here and instruct me, girl. Take off the cape, put my stuff away. What are you doing? I'm like, we're done. Done. Yeah. If I'm not going to make you happy.
Yes.
And I'm not the first. This for a hairdresser rule. Everybody knows this. Once a person sits in your chair and they start, this hairdresser, that hairdresser, and this hairdresser, well, obviously nobody can make you happy.
Right.
So obviously you're not happy. I'm not gonna accept that challenge. But yeah, and only because the people were ugly. Yeah. They were ugly, and I didn't feel bad. But I think I've done it twice in the whole time I've been in it. And of course, at the end, you're like, ooh, could I have done that different?
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You can be a Karen.
No. I'm like, sweetie, I think we're done. Really? I'm like, yeah, we're done. I can refer you to somebody, but I'm done.
Yeah.
Really? I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
And just walk away.
Walk away. I admire that actually about you.
And then right behind me, here comes Kenny. Richard. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Don't.
I'm not Priscilla. Yeah. Don't tell me.
Just leave me alone. And if you want to do her hair, Kenny, then fine. But I think we've only done that maybe twice. I swear, in my whole career of doing hair.
Yeah.
But they were ugly, and I didn't like her. And she's not with me anymore.
And she can't be in the parade with you.
And she don't live in San Antonio.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Have you ever been doing someone's hair and you realize, oh shit, I forgot to put deodorant on today?
I'm thank God. Not doing hair, maybe it's happened to me years ago where I'm going to go to a dollar store.
Yeah.
What's wrong? I'm like, I'm going to go to a dollar store.
Say less.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say this, and this is so funny, and it does happen. And the hairdresser can attest to this. You're doing hair, you're blow drying, like, ooh, your stomach, ooh. Well, you're blow drying. She'll never know.
She'll never know what hit her. She's
Ask any hairdresser. Ooh, have I shown you the spray? She's like, are we in that part already? I'm like, well, no, girl, just smell it. Oh my God, y'all are gonna know my secrets, but yeah.
I love it. So now I'm gonna be watching the arm movement around me.
Your head's not even up here. I'm blow drying down here, like, or turn her away and cry. But I know these bitches, these hairdressers. Ask any hairdresser, they've done it. They've done it. Yeah, they've all done it. Girl, have you smelled this new product? Her hair's still wet. Are we doing that part yet? I'm like, well, girl, just look, it's
yes,
pretty. Yeah.
whenever.
But yes. It's
I
bodily
love that. That's
function.
hilarious.
Yeah. You can't hold it in.
I love it. Yeah, no, you can't. I'm glad you're getting it out.
It happens.
Oh,
it
my
happens.
cheeks hurt. Okay.
I mean, you work from home, so you can let loose. But I don't know if have you ever been like in a what do they call this, FaceTime? And or somebody
like
on the other side.
Chat. Well, there's always video chats, like video conference calls, where people accidentally unclick their like camera portion, and it's like, and I did that one time. I was running late to work, and I was getting dressed, taking the call from home, and I hit the video portion, and it was in my closet. Luckily, I had it facing upward. But Andy will always tell me, like, before we went back to the office, like, and I was already back into the routine, he'd be like, you got to stop taking those calls from here. You're going to end up showing something, and it always happens. It happened to me once, but it happens to other people a lot of times. And I'm like, I don't want to see you on the toilet. Like, get off the toilet.
Yes. So yes, that has happened. Okay.
It happens. It's normal.
Yeah.
What's not normal is blowing it away. It's okay.
When the hair's up here, like, it's a real quick thing, just whatever.
Okay. Random questions. Ready? What's your least favorite part of Fiesta?
The oyster bake.
Really? Why?
Yes. I guess we had a bad experience at one time. I don't know. And I shouldn't say that because we haven't been to the oyster bake in years. But it was just one of those experiences. It was one of those where haters against the gays and, one of those.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So after that, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, oyster bake. No shade to oyster
bake. Exactly. Yeah. We just had a bad experience.
But all the shade to oyster bake.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could trade lives with any celebrity, who would it be?
Oh my God, that's a tough one. With any celebrity. Oh wow. Well, I guess because he's always been my biggest crush. Brad Pitt.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
For good reason.
Yeah. He's just Brad Pitt's just everything.
Yeah.
No, he's just I like what he stands for, everything. But and I'm sure there's more. I just can't think right now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's more. But he will be on the top of the list.
Brad Pitt. Love it.
And Madonna.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Madonna.
Madonna, of course. Yeah. Remember, I'm flexible. I can do, whatever. I can, be Brad and then be Madonna.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I admired of you and Kenny when I was growing up is that you guys would travel a lot. You would go to all these exotic places. So what's a place that you would like to visit that you haven't yet? Or I guess that you have gone, but you'd like to go back?
Actually, we were just talking about this. I think, oh my God, that would be just so beautiful. We've never really gone to where it's cold, snowing. And when I said, he's like, really, Rich? I said, I don't know. I would like to just go see it. Yeah. Canada.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I came up, but I see pictures, I see videos.
Yes.
I mean, that'd be so cool.
Yes.
And to say you traveled, to the United States, something different,
I love
it would be that.
Oh, Canada.
Alaska.
Somewhere cool. Iceland. You're
like, because we always go, vacation, summer, beach, something different.
Yes.
But that would be it.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, let's plan it.
I know, right? Let's go.
Andy, yeah.
I know, Andy, yoo-hoo. Okay. We're going to wrap this up with one last question.
Okay.
What is your spirit animal?
Oh my God. My spirit animal, oh my God. It would have to be dogs.
Oh.
Dogs. And that's because we didn't grow up with dogs. We weren't allowed. We weren't allowed. So dogs that I've had that warm my heart. Like, for example, Mamacitas, when she came along, oh my God, she took over and Kenny didn't want her. And, you all know with Lucy, dogs are just so beautiful and just, they can feel you. They know you. They know everything. So a dog.
A dog. You know what's funny is there's this thing amongst what are they called? Gen Zers, where they say somebody in the relationship is always the golden retriever or the black cat.
Mm-hmm.
You scream golden retriever to me. And
Aw.
Kenny is totally the black cat.
Yeah, I could see
And
that.
it's vice versa. Bailey tells me that I'm the black cat and Andy's the golden retriever. And I'm like, I don't know how I take that, but okay.
Well, black cats, people like black cats, and they have black cats are very you never know what they're thinking. And that's you, and that's Kenny.
We're just
yeah, yes. So I can definitely see that, because that's why I would tell Grandma, I'm like, Mom, you think Kenny is such a pussy cat? No, he's a black cat.
He's a black
cat. Janet Jackson, Panther. Yeah, but yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I would say dogs, because dogs are just so intuitive to everything, to your feelings. They know when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're mad. And yeah, so I would say a dog.
A dog.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense for you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Not a pussy cat, but a dog.
Not a pussy cat.
So now I'm going to see you as a black cat.
I know. Now when he does my hair, all he's going to see is a black cat. But I'm like...
I'm going to say, well, Kenny Bailey said you're a black cat. So there.
Blame it on Bailey.
Yeah. And I know his answer, but well, then you're a chihuahua. Because that's... Yeah, he'll say then you're the chihuahua. But I love it. I'll be a dog, any kind of dog.
I love it though, because normally I feel like when you ask somebody, I mean, I'm making this up, but I feel like people would be like, oh, I'm an owl, or I'm this or that.
Oh,
but
God,
like,
yeah. No, like, I'm a lion, or I'm a zebra. No, bitch, you're a hood dog. Okay?
You're a rat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're a rat. No, I mean, yeah, I'm a dog.
I love it. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Can I just say before we leave that I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I was telling Kenny on the way over here, I'm like, Kenny, can you believe it? Little shy Priscilla with the big eyes. Look at her now. I'm so very proud of you. I wish nothing but the best. Huge success. Because you're what, how many, 12 episodes now?
This will probably be, by the time it airs, the 13th or 14th.
Oh my God.
I know.
And then the fact that you're doing all this, I'm like, damn it, I'm just fucking learning TikTok. And now they're going to take it away. And Priscilla is doing podcasts.
No, TikTok's good.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully they don't ban it. But
the very first one I showed Kenny, I said, oh, look, Kenny, look what Priscilla's doing. I said, well, I hope she calls me one day.
You manifested it.
So I made it to your podcast. I made it. I'm here. No, but I'm very, very proud of you, Miha. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
The camera loves you. You have the skills, and you have it goes with you. It really goes with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really, I'm just glad people are telling me yes. I said this a while back, and I'm like, literally, I ask people, and they'll say yes, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. So I'm so happy. I'm so thankful that you agreed to it. Thank you for coming. Let people know where they can find you on social media.
Okay, they can look at me on Facebook, Richard Sanchez. I am on Instagram. And this is so funny. I'm so old school. I don't know why I did that, but it's Richard Sanchez 6565. And then on TikTok, it's Richard Hair 58.
Richard Hair 58. Mm-hmm. I'll try to put it on the video.
I'm still learning all that stuff. Again, old school. But
but I'm proud of you. I see that you're trying things. I watched your TikTok the other day. Yeah. He went live and was like starting his wreath, and like I love it so much.
And thank you to TikTok. I saw myself. I'm like, so next day I got up, went walking. I said, I need to walk. Anyway. Or like today, I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat breakfast.
Yeah, I was like, do you want to eat something? And he's like, no, I'm fine.
I didn't want to look puffy. But yeah.
Like, I got to eat something, or this margarita's going to really hit. So.
No, I really appreciate it. I really do. It was fun. I love it. I love you. I love your family, and I really appreciate you having me here.
Thank you. Stop. Yeah. It's not about me. It's about you.
It's about you too.
It's about you and Fiesta. I mean, this is our show, and I'm looking forward to it.
And I'll see you guys out at Fiesta.
For only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you made it all this way. I know you did, because he's a fucking character. So thank you so much. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
Whoops, I forgot to say goodbye to Marco. Marco, thank you so much for coming. Lady on the Street podcast. Make sure you watch and listen.